Let me get a better look at you. Your eyes are wrong, but your palms seem clean enough. I have a task for you. If you succeed, you'll earn the favor of a Telvanni counselor and a treasure from my vault. Is this agreeable? In all my long years, the thought of death has rarely troubled me. But thanks to Savarak, I've gained new perspective. My illness took me to the brink of the void, the tip of the scythe. Someday I may welcome death, but for now, steps must be taken. I find that people lead much happier lives when they don't trouble themselves with details. Now, Vvardenfell is littered with Daedric shrines. 7 of these shrines contain powerful magicked stones. You must find these stones and bring them to me. The task I've set before you won't be easy. These shrines lie near and far. Some are little more than piles of brickwork, while others extend deep underground. Even so, I'm confident you'll find what I'm looking for. The Stones of Cold Fire. So you're a scholar as well. I certainly wouldn't have predicted that. Before the Tribunal showed up, we Dunmer worshipped the Daedra. They raised no small amount of havoc, but they also left us valuable gifts. Gifts like the stones. Nothing until they rest side by side. If a mage manages to wake all 7, well, let's just say their powers of persuasion are put to the test. Of course not. Why should I be? The powers of Oblivion hold no great mysteries for mages like me, and House Telvanni has no time for folklore and childish superstitions. What's the point of power left unclaimed? Plans? No, of course not. I'll leave them to their business just as I always have. I'm sure they did. You'd like an explanation, wouldn't you? Fine. You want to earn people's love. Here's the secret. Just leave them alone. Treat them like adults, even when they act like children. The rest takes care of itself. Yes. Believe me, it's a rare and wonderful thing to live under the protection of a disinterested ruler. Self-determination. It'll be all the rage in a millennium or 2, I guarantee it. Now, are we finished? I need those stones.
well. Oh, look, another caring citizen who's going to walk right on by and leave me like this. The gods have cursed me. By Shaw's shiny ass. If you aren't a robber and you don't work for the witch, then you have to help me. I can't move so much as a muscle and my nose itches like a flea-bitten dog. That's what I said, a witch. Oh, she might look like a dark elf, but don't let that heaving bosom fool you. I agreed to escort her to Vivek City. Then last night she went crazy and started throwing spells around. She bewitched me when I ran away. What do I know of spells and bewitchments? I suppose the witch needs to uncast it or something. She has to be close by. Please, find her and make her set me free. If my friends saw me like this, find that evil red-eyed creature, I beg you. I feel like I spent an evening drinking with the heroes of Sovngarde, and then they danced on my head. The witch? Oh, you mean Nerys Venom. She hired me to escort her to Vivek City. We took a shortcut, I think. Or maybe we were setting up camp for the night. Anyway, she suddenly turned angry and started throwing spells around. She's crazy! It was nighttime, I was tired, and I think she threw something at me. Hit me in the head. A bottle? She threw a bottle at me, I think. It was very confusing with all the spells and that red-eyed witch threatening to turn me into a guar. I'm a sellsword, a guard for hire. It's what puts meat on the table, if you know what I mean. Besides, she never told me she was a witch. Witches are sneaky like that. They're pretending to be normal people. What? You mean my bare-naked chest? I found shirts and tunics to be too confining. Besides, why would I want to cover up these fabulous tattoos? Pants? What's wrong with my... My pants are missing, aren't they? Oh, no wonder my ankles are chilly. That evil witch stole my pants! Probably using them to cast another spell on me. We were heading to Vivek City when things went sideways on an ice floe. I ran away from the spells and the screaming. She's probably back that way. Just follow the trail of bottles she tossed at me. But be careful. They can do some serious damage. Mine! Uh-oh!
Thanks for chasing off the last of the goblins. Horrible, smelly little creatures. Praise Vivek. You certainly look more competent than that half-naked Nord with a thirst for foul mead. Which? Oh, let me guess. You ran into an idiot Nord frozen on the side of the road? I hired Stromgruff to escort me and protect my valuables. So what does he do at the first sign of danger? He runs off and leaves me to fend for myself. What was I supposed to do? The goblins attacked while I was setting up camp. And where was my worthless protector? In the bushes making room for more mead. He left his pants where he dropped them and fled as the goblins stole my pack. Thank you. The goblins fled toward the hills to the northeast. Find them and retrieve my pack. They also took the sword I gave to Stromgruff as part of his compensation. I expected him to use it, not drop it like a hot potato before he ran. Of course, anything that helps get back my stolen possessions from those dreadful goblins. What do you want to know? I'm more of an alchemist than a mage, but I know a number of useful spells. When that oaf of a Nord ran off, I cast a spell of holding to stop him in his tracks. I didn't want the drunk fool to hurt himself in the dark. Well, yes, I suppose so. But we also made an agreement, and he still needs to live up to his half of the bargain. One way or another, Stromgruff is going to see me safely to Vivek City. The pack contains my livelihood, valuable potions and unguents to sell in Vivek City. Without them, I'm ruined. The sword. I purchased the sword for Stromgruff. I paid a lot for that weapon. It's too good for the likes of greedy goblins. No, not really. They appear to be your average run-of-the-mill marauding mob of disgusting goblins. They'll be the ones that have my pack and sword. Oh, if it helps, I also saw their leader run off with Stromgruff's pants.
You know what true boredom is? Spending endless hours looking at the exact same spot. I'd give my left foot to be able to turn my head. Did you find her? Did you find the evil witch who cast this damn spell on me? Are you suggesting that I'm a teller of tall tales? You think I froze myself just to discredit Nerys Venom? That's an outrageous accusation that wounds me to my core. Why? What did she tell you? Goblins? I suppose that could have been what the yelling and screeching was about. I was dealing with my necessaries after all. But that doesn't explain why she cast those loud and terrifying spells. Well, she should have said something instead of scaring me half to death while I was busy in the bushes. I'll admit, I might have had a few sips of mead and I was tired. That's no reason to leave me like this, exposed for all the world to see.
My brave protector. No sword, no pants, and absolutely no help whatsoever. If not for my stillness spell, you'd be halfway to Nisus by now. My hapless protector aside, were you able to find the goblins? Did you recover my pack and the sword? How wonderful! I despaired ever seeing either of these again. You'd be surprised how much the people of Vivec City will spend on my upscale unguents. Thank you. I suppose I should do something about my dubious escort now. I still need this fetcher's help to get my goods to the market. He isn't very good at protecting his charges, but I believe he's strong enough to carry a pack. I just have to make sure that he honors his agreement this time. No need to fear on that account. I have just the spell to assure Stromgruff's total cooperation for the rest of the trip to Vivec City. My clients need their potions after all. Thank you again for your assistance. I really do appreciate good help.
Set me free and return my sword, witch!
That sword is payment for escorting me to Vivec City. We're not there yet, you ungrateful oaf.
Vivec City? I don't want anything more to do with you and your witchy ways.
I'll set you free, but you will live up to our agreement. And you'll do so sober. No more meat for you until we reach Vivec City.
Stop that, I...
If you're good, Leroy, I'll remove the spell when we get to Vivec City. Maybe even buy you a new pair of pants.
So much to do.
Rosie, where are you? Oh, you there? Have you seen my netch floating around anywhere? Her name's Rosie, and I'm just worried sick about her. I know it may be strange, but my Rosie stands out from the rest of her kind. Just one look at her sweet face and you'd understand. Why did I think a leash would help? I'm sure she'll come back. Oh, she must be so frightened.
Hey, you need something? This is Magister Gothran's private property. Keep walking.
Mind your step. I would not want you to step on this random patch of grass. I jest, of course. The Telvanni force me to work, but I make sure it brings them no pleasure. I see you wear no shackles. Do you seek work? I know someone who needs help. In truth, you would be helping many Saxhleel, myself included. During my latest escape attempt, I met an amber beauty with eyes like summer rain. Her Lukial name is Sun in Shadow, but I call her my heart. She hatches a plan to set us free. Seek her out in Tel Naga. If I know my heart, she will be sunning herself in the light of some book. Always reading that one, always learning. If all goes to plan, she will read her books beside me in the boughs of a hist. Soon, I hope. Walk with Sithis, my friend, and mind the Telvanni. They spin lies like an elder at the yarn wheel. I ventured too far from the hist and did not heed the bird signs. Dark elf slavers spine-hooked me near Thorn. I escaped 4 times, but never for long. Eventually the Telvanni bought me, at a discount I am told. I take pride in that at least. Laws are slippery things. The Ebonheart Pact outlawed Argonian slavery, but House Telvanni refused to join the pact. In truth, I cannot imagine how they would live without slaves. The Magisters are like overstuffed crocodiles, dangerous, but lazy. I thank you for your offer, but I tire of breaking free only to be recaptured a day later. Sun in Shadow's plan will earn us a lasting freedom. If you help her, you help me. Mages mostly. members of the so-called Great House Telvanni, one of the 4 great houses of the Dark Elves. They love using that word, great. Great at ruining lives, perhaps. Yes, and Khajiit also. You see, for a Telvanni, life is nothing but a cheap struggle for mastery and control. Mastery of their dry-skinned magics, control of their mushroom towers, and dominion over people. People like us.
You brought hope to the Grey Mire. There is so little for my people. Thank you.
Ah, love. How cruel the fates that keep me from my heart's desire and force me to lock away my true feelings. Chains bind my heart, yet it yearns to beat free. Oh, what does an outlander know about the complexities of Dunmerry love? But you're only trying to help, and maybe I do need a simpler perspective. How does an outlander convince an overbearing mother that the object of their affection is worthy? Of course not. Tywin is a slave. My mother's slave. I tried to buy her freedom, but Mother laughed at the mere suggestion that I'd be allowed to sully our reputation with a noir bride. Perhaps an outlander's offer wouldn't rouse her suspicion. I don't expect you to pay, obviously. It's just that Mother might reveal what it would take for her to release Tywin if it was anyone but me asking. Knowing that might give me some idea of how to free my love. It couldn't hurt to ask, could it? Tell her you've heard Tywin excels at finding Red Star shells. Telvanni wizards prize them, and they're very rare. Most of the locals know that Tywin is the best at finding them. Mother loves to gloat. I couldn't bear gazing upon Tywin since Mother rebuked me, but now I can't wait to see her lovely face again. I'll be down at the swamp where she hunts shells. Come find me once you've finished dealing with Mother. She'll be at our tower.
Lazy vermin. If you want to eat this week, work.
Yes, mistress.
Well, get to it, now!
Yes, mistress. Sorry, mistress.
Pardon the mess. My slaves require another lesson concerning their work ethic, and they're no good overseer as well. I suppose I'll have to wield the lash myself today. Have my friends been gossiping about her again? You'd think there were no better topics of conversation. Yes, Tywin is my slave. She's no unshed Nixhound, but she's still a capable harvester. What do you want to know about her? Well, I need someone who can do that too, and I already have Tywin. Seems like you're out of luck. Baseless slander! Though I do tire of these ugly rumors surrounding my son. 3 red star shells. That's the smallest offer I'll entertain. A bargain.
Oh, Tywin, where are you? What I'd give for just a glimpse. Well, did you speak to my mother? What did she say? Knowing her, it's something incredibly unreasonable. 3? 3? That's as many as Terwin manages to find in a month. And she's perfect. No. If Mother found out, she'd never let Terwin go free. Not for any price. It's an unreasonable sum. But the fact that she asked for Red Star shells might work in our favor. I've been training a Nyx hound to help Terwin so she can spend more time with me instead of in that vile swamp. Aside from the Fetch a Fly incident, Nixie's got a solid track record. I'm certain she won't let us down. She's around here somewhere. Nyx hounds vanish when they're afraid, and Nixie's a bit skittish. She'll head off toward the water after I call her. Look around the shorelines, and you'll probably find her digging up shells. Just go where she points. Come on, Nixie, show yourself! There you are. Nixie, go find star shells. Show this nice person where they are.
What are you doing? Stop! Who are you? These are given lands, you know. Take any star shells from this beach and you'll have them to reckon with. He sent you here. To what, spy on me? To find I can't even find privacy out in this forsaken muck. Because this is the one place I'm permitted to go that he's too afraid to follow. Out here, I don't have to endure his constant fawning or pretend not to see him watching me out of the corner of my eye. Love! I'm a slave and he's my master, or as close as makes no difference. Wouldn't so much as smile in his direction if it didn't spare me the rod. Tell me why he has you gathering Red Star shells. What's he up to now? Gods, no. Fear of his mother's wrath is the only reason I can keep him at arm's length. If he's getting this bold, I have to get out of here. What Lonus wants for me isn't freedom. You really want to free me. Help me get away from these people. Faris keeps my servitude obligation hidden in a house. Steal it for me. I can forge a signature. It won't be perfect, but it should hold up well enough to get me out of Telvanni lands. I don't want to be bought. I want to be free. After all Faris and Lonus have taken from me, I don't want them to profit from my release. At least let me cost them. I don't think you're supposed to be here.
If you're lost, This is your last chance to leave before the guard arrives.
Do I look like a patient person? Get out.